First tonight, it's been 2 weeks since an explosion rocked Cabras power plants 3 and 4. Today, for the first time since that explosion, we bring you an exclusive tour inside the damaged power plants. PNC's Tim McHenry reports.
We're outside of Cabras' 3 and 4, where we walked with Lieutenant Governor Ray Tenorio while he toured the facility that exploded a few weeks ago. We didn't get too far inside, but even from what we saw, the damage was jarring.
Last week, in an interview with PNC, Guam Power Authority General Manager John Benavente told us that Cabras 4 could be a, quote, total loss. Well, we went to the Cabras and got a look at Ground Zero, the site of the explosion. The ground was still soaked with an oily substance, and parts of the building were charred black, leading to the giant hole in the roof. At the beginning of the tour, Duenas explained to Lieutenant Governor Tenorio the events leading up to the explosion.
Only one generator exploded. Cabras number 4 had an explosion. It had an event. The operators were trying to bring the generator down, and they experienced some problems in controlling it, so they hit the emergency stop button, and it didn't respond, and then there was an explosion and a big fire, so they left. Cabras number 3 was still running. They didn't have time to hit the shutdown button on Cabras 3. Cabras 3 ran for another 90 seconds before it sensed the intense heat and shut itself down.
With the recent worries of load shedding and the fact that GPA is running on its last reserves, Acting Governor Ray Tenorio asked CCU Chairman Joy Duenas what GovGuam can do to help.
You have a really big consumer out there. His name is DOE. If every night they shut off all their air conditioners at the schools, which they don't, they leave them running, but if they shut their air conditioners
I'll call John Fernandez tonight when they leave here and ask if they can.
That would be a big help.
That would be a big help, I agree.
Because they have, what, 30+ schools?
Let's see if I can have, I'll have the rest of the government of Guam also follow suit.
Yeah.
At 5 o'clock, unless there's a reason that they have to be 24-hour critical operations, all the air cons will be shut down at 5.
Tenorio also asked what residents can do to conserve energy.
What is the single one or two, top 2 things they can do to try to save energy consumption so we don't find themselves in a brown or blackout?
After the tour, Tenorio elaborated on how he plans to direct GovGuam to help with the power situation.
Judiciary, legislature, and the executive branch, including autonomous agencies, all have a responsibility in my mind, especially in a time when you have a need for power consumption and conservation to be managed well. I'm going to be directing all the agencies to shut down the air conditioning at 5 p.m., if not beforehand, maybe 4:30, so we can reduce that peak demand going into the 6 p.m. hour.
For PNC News, I'm Tim McHenry.
And Tenorio says that critical agencies are exempt from shutting down the air conditioning, and he will work with 24-hour agencies to reduce where they can.